Hi, I'm Jared McKinley.
And I'm Katie Gerlach.
We are in the midst of launching a multimedia magazine to reflect the lifestyles and stories in the modern-day borderlands.
And we're calling it MEOW Magazine. Arizona is unique compared to the rest of the U.S. Our climate, our landscape, and our history inspires innovation. It's a wonderful and fun place to live and to visit. So we want local media to truly reflect the place we call our home.
It was a few years ago when we started to develop the concept for this new publication. We are media people, and working in other publications, our ideas for editorial, advertising, and content delivery began to outgrow the publications we worked for.
We knew we had to start our own company, restructuring everything to accommodate these new ideas.
One of the first things we noticed was that the digital presence of most local publications seemed to be either an afterthought or following outdated models.
We designed the structure of MEOW to accommodate and prioritize our digital presence. We aren't leaving print media behind, but rather reapplying how it's used, emphasizing its strengths and coordinating how we use both print and digital media.
Advertising doesn't have to suck. It can be fun and entertaining. It doesn't have to be a bunch of distracting, randomly placed noise, but rather it can be congruent with the editorial.
Instead of a yelling contest, advertising can be educational and useful, created as guides for consumers. When you coordinate the efforts of businesses and help them work together, you can create a better ad environment for everyone.
We are also working with our advertisers to market our audience, the new spenders, the young.
Most local media lacks a younger readership. The fault is always placed on them. They don't read, or they don't have an attention span, is what is usually said. But we believe the burden falls on us as media producers to create content that young people want to consume.
There are a few loud voices aiming to brand the Arizona borderlands very negatively, usually for selfish political reasons. And these people often don't live here. The consequences hurt our region economically, and we need to push back. Our aim is to change this dialogue to reflect the Arizona that we know. We celebrate our home because of its borderlands, not despite.
If you're creating media for a local audience, you need to follow your own models. Many models that are followed were developed for a national or even international audience. We've created our structure from scratch with the regional audience in mind.
MEOW is dedicated to fierce independence. We have opted for slower, sturdy growth so that we can retain the control of our product and our vision. This has the added benefit of decreasing our overhead. We have no deadweight investor shareholders at the top of our magazine. Our profits are shared with the people who actually create and produce the content.
We spent the last 2 years creating the framework for MEOW Magazine, a multimedia project covering the lifestyle of the modern borderlands with a fun, uncensored, and engaging voice. And we are getting ready to launch.
Successful modern media companies utilize these three components, which are more powerful together than when used separately.
Our digital media includes daily posts on our website, online articles, podcasts, and videos, all plugged through social media.
Our analog media includes our mini-mags, which are localized, smaller publications focused on a subject or an audience, and our quarterly magazine, which covers the full range of our editorial and is distributed statewide.
Our magazines will be ad-funded, therefore free to the public. We're also planning on creating products to sell: music compilations, books, tour guides, swag, and more.
Our events will reflect what we cover in the magazine, everything from community fundraisers to crazy dance parties. We consider our events to be part of our editorial.
We cover the borderlands in its entirety: lifestyle at home, city life, local tourism, natural history, politics and community issues, the arts, nightlife, stories about local businesses, our rich history and cultural traditions, and more. We create this editorial for the local audience and for those who wish to explore our region and get to know who we are.
We are asking for $34,000.
Your contributions help us pay for needed startup resources like computers, software, and supplies, as well as paying our contributors for their content while we boot up our advertising campaign. It also helps us launch our first print publication, which will be distributed throughout Tucson.
Whether or not we are successful in raising this money, MEOW Magazine will be a reality. But if we are successful, we'll be able to launch our magazine in its full-fledged form this summer.
We've designed our business with very low overhead costs, so even if we don't sell a lot of advertising in the beginning, we will be able to maintain our output and pay our contributors. However, based on our past experience, we're confident we'll thrive. And we already have several advertisers just waiting for us to launch our full program.
We don't expect this support. We want you to support us because this idea excites you. And we won't stop making our products better for both the readers and the advertisers. We'll keep an open dialogue with the public so we can become a useful resource for our region, educating our readers, bringing patronage to our local businesses, and doing justice to the place we all love. And we'll have fun doing it.
Should we fly?
Yeah, let's fly. We don't expect this. I'm a shot. I'm a friend. And we're calling it MEOW Magazine. And we are getting ready to launch. It's perfect!